play calls. How important is play calling to winning these games?
It's definitely key because it throws off your opponent. It gives it gives him a different look that he might not be expecting, him or her at least. So I like to sprinkle in plays here and there. And the playbook I actually use is a playbook I've been running for the last few 2Ks now, and it's the Miami Heat 2013 playbook. So I like to run like about 7 plays from that playbook.
Let's go to a little 5-out though, man. Set them on a back cut. Yup. They can't guard you, Fox. Fox going to the rim is OD, man. You can't even stop it.
And I've dropped actually a couple videos and tutorials on it. And yeah, so that's my favorite playbook that I like to run this year.
And of course, in NBA 2K, there's so many teams. Do you have any favorite teams that you like to play at?
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement from the coaches to the players to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
I'll look at the West All-Stars starting group. We've got Tatum. Luka Doncic out there with clutch. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Embiid in at the center filling out the middle.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
The shot by KD. No good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And James gets it to go.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
Now, here is Young. Morant scanning the floor. Back to Jokic. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively. And really a surprising amount of defense being played here tonight.
There really is. I mean, what's gotten into these guys? Usually it's all offense all the time in this game. I like that they're going at it like this. It looks more realistic.
Doncic against Morant. From past the arc. First shot, first basket. He's on the block, Smith.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an All-Star Game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that.
West,
you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star Week.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. Here's Doncic. The pass to Clutch. Morant with the steal. And here they come. Here's Young. Jokic trying to free himself up. Young, no good. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. It's a three-point game. Here's Clutch. Guarded by KD. That one. It's not going to go. Jokic passes to Morant. Right side Durant. Lays it up and banks it in. KD's got his second basket.
Boy, what a graceful athlete. I mean, Durant does a beautiful job moving and slicing through that defense, getting a high percentage shot there.
And corner good on the shot from Clutch.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not
East All-Stars
to leave open.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pack. All right, let's keep it going for your dancers.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Young outside. This one for three. Drills it from outside.
Say the defense being played here tonight might be a bit on the soft side from both teams.
Well, I know you're not surprised, are you? I mean, fast and loose is the way this game should be played.
And the dunk by Embiid.
And Embiid has a really high basketball IQ, superb at recognizing when to leap for the alley-oop jam.
Let's send it over to Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Nate McMillan. David.
He was looking over the lineups and he said, I've never seen such even matchups all my life. The talent on both sides is just insane. I asked him if he had a game plan for tonight, and he told me he thought about it, has some ideas, but that's not what this is about. It's a showcase for the best of the best, guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Doncic, following the basket by Jokic. To the inside, Tatum, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Tatum's got a lot of options he can go to on his finishes inside. This guy is a smooth operator close to the hoop.
Pass to Harden. Jokic against Embiid. And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Jokic.
And this game literally has been wide open as it gets.
Yeah, both teams completely neglecting their defensive duties.
Here's Clutch. No good from outside.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Young. The East All-Stars check on two more.
Another high IQ pass by Jokic. I mean, he knows all eyes are on him, so he gives it up to a ready shooter. That's just good basketball.
Clutch, good.
Well, the All-Star Game D is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
Young outside. Here's Clutch, defended by Young. And the dunk by Tatum.
Tatum making a lot of noise with these points now. He's an impact player, make no doubt about it. Capable of turning a game all alone.
Young outside. And there's the foul. It's on Clutch. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Doncic against Morant. The three from KD. And another three from the East.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Clutch. And he goes big with the tap right over John Morant.
Well, this night is all about the entertainment value in terms of that dunk. Definitely entertaining.
Yep, and he's hearing it from the crowd. I mean, it's going to be really hard to top that one.
Now here's Harden. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Morant kicks to Young. No good with the triple. The West leading by 6. Here's Clutch. Tries it from 19. Again, the West All-Stars.
That's 4 connections and 5 tries now for him in what's been a great first quarter.
Morant dishes to Young to end the run, and the jumper is on the mark.
Young for 2.
Young's got 7 points in the game.
And I love how aggressive Young is. Consistent at looking for his shot and at times using that mid-range to be effective.
Doncic finds Embiid. Over Jokic. Again, the West All-Star.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's Harden. Passes it to Jokic. Young outside. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go with a 3. Got a piece of it. Here's Clutch. Foul in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Substitution on the court. At the
Displaying
line for
intensity
one.
right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Jokic. Sabonis comes in for Kevin Durant. Mitchell, he's checked in for Young. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Morant. Now, here's Mitchell. Pass to Curry. The feed to Towns. Sinks that one from the post.
Well, you gotta respect and admire the focus of Towns. I mean, he just doesn't get rattled. He just stays with it, embraces the challenge, and keeps coming.
Here's Clutch. 14 points for him. Floats it up for Butler. And out of bounds. The East All-Stars will have it.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's Curry. Mitchell outside. Back to Curry. Left side, Sabonis. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Well, there's a lot to like about Sabonis, but he can play finesse as well as bully ball.
Oh, he just pounded in!
Oh, my goodness! Oh! Woo-wee. How about that?
And now another look at that great drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
That's an incredible move by him on what's been an impressive night all around.
The offensive rebound. Now here's Harden. He's covered by Clutch. Here's Towns. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Boy, good effort that time from Towns on the offensive board.
The assist by
Luka shimmy and rim rattling going on in this one tonight, guys.
These guys are spending more time in the air than they are on the ground, that's for sure.
And there's
Second
a foul
personal
on
foul.
Clutch.
Second
That's
team
foul
foul.
number 2 for him.
Substitution on the court.
He's checked in for Luka Doncic. Snatched up. And the
Defensive
call
foul.
on the shot that sends him to the line.
And that's part of what Mitchell
Brandon
brings
Ingram.
to the table. The
2 shots.
willingness to operate on the perimeter or get in there and mix it up on the interior.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
And really, as solid as he's been at the line, I had already chalked those points up. Goes to show you,
Brandon Ingram
don't
for
take
2.
anything for granted. When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
Here's Clutch. He's got 18. Fires from the wing. It's rebounded by Towns. The East trail by 11. Mitchell in the corner. Good ball movement here by the East. Harden against DeRozan. Harden kicks to Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From outside, off the mark. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. Now the pass to Clutch. Out to DeRozan. Pass to Williamson. Here's Clutch. Jacks up a 3. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Now here's Curry. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside, Towns. Back to Curry to stop the run, and it's blocked by Clutch. And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it. .41 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's good from long range. The West leading by 11. Here's Clutch. And the West hit again from deep.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star Game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
You know, taking that shot in a regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, it gets you a standing O.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Shoots from the elbow, and he gets the jumper to drop.
You know, at close range, Curry has a plethora of shots. You simply can't allow him to get those looks.
Here's Clutch. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. 30 points for Clutch.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. West All-Stars out in front. Ending the first quarter with a huge surge. An 18-7 run. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pack.
Back with you again on the most entertaining night on the NBA calendar. 1 quarter down and 3 to play in the All-Star Game.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star Game.
On the court right now as the second quarter starts for the West All-Stars. Embiid is out there with Jason Tatum. Then it's LeBron James, and it's Clutch, and it's Doncic in at the point guard.
Defensive
Light
foul.
on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
That free throw good from Clutch. So he gets them both. And here's Morant. Young outside. Pass to Durant from the arc. Good on the triple. Durant's got 10.
And, you know, sometimes you just assume this shot is falling before it goes in. Durant's outside jumper is that deadly.
Here's Clutch. Whoa! I can't believe that.
I just saw.
Oh, my
Unreal. Oh, yeah. He's in this game for a reason, Kev.
Pass to Young. And Embiid with the block.
Incredibly light-footed at 7 feet tall. Embiid can cover a lot of ground defensively.
Clutch can't hit.
A bunch of threes for him in this first quarter. A bunch of threes for him in the first quarter. But he's made 0 here in the second period.
Ball is turned
And out of
over.
bounds. The East All-Stars will have Paul George. He's checked in for the West.
Substitution on the court.
Fan voting
One
is
shot.
what determines the starters in the All-Star Game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these
Substitution on the
You're so
court.
right, Kevin.
Anthony
All the
Towns.
hard work these
One
players
shot.
put in to get here. I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star Game.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. DeRozan's checked in. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
DeRozan against Harden. Jokic high post. 12 points for him. Over Williamson. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Jokic. Here's Clutch. Williamson trying to free himself up.
Up on the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
Here's Mitchell. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, I tell you what, Curry is such a tremendous perimeter shooter, and I think his ability to set up teammates and his unselfishness often underrated.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And no quit. Just keep playing the right way, stay aggressive, and try to battle back.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Towns, the pass to Curry. Shot from the wing. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. They led by as many as 18 points. Here's Clutch. Jokic defending. Again, the West All-Stars.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Outside Curry. 1:06 left to play here in the second quarter. Harden outside. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Mitchell from the arc. That shot off. Now the West All-Stars the other way. Out to the right wing. Clutch the pass to Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Ingram clearly on the attack there, not allowing the defense to do anything with that dunk.
Curry kicks to Mitchell. Pass break. Here comes the West. A pull-up. The shot misses. The East trail by 14. Harden the pass to Curry. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 6 assists now in the game.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Clutch gets the three-pointer to fall. Clutch has got 43 points.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
From 11 feet away, the rebound by Brandon Ingram.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
Unbelievable force and power. Zion hanging 280 plus on the rim.
Here's Curry with the 3. And so it's the West All-Stars in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it. Remaining in the NBA All-Star Game. Good to have you along on 2K Sports.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in the second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
They've got Nikola Jokic. Harden out there with Durant.
Defensive foul.
Then
Called
it's
on.
Durant. And it's Young in at the 2.
Fields.
So that's the 5 in the
At
game
the
for
line
the East
for 2.
All-Stars.
And you can see Young's confidence and leadership growing each season. He knows he belongs, and now it's about contending for championships.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Jason
Took by Tatum.
Jason Tatum has so many different ways he can score, showing us a little solo spurt ability right there.
Morant, the bounce pass. Pass break, here comes the West.
And now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one will be worth some points in the dunk contest.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Clutch the pass to Embiid, and he banks in the layup. Embiid's got 6 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Oh,
Boom, he shoots it straight down.
you know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
And here comes the break. Here's Clutch.
Oh!
Adrian Clutch.
Oh, man.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Here's KD. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
From James Harden.
14 points for KD.
Boy, being able to score from any place on the court makes Durant a space creator for his team. I mean, it's not just inside, it's not just threes, it's that mid-range game too.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score.
Timeout East All-Stars.
Timeout called East All-Stars. Look at Clutch. He's really been playing well.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Harden. And stolen by Tatum. Young with the steal. Here's Harden. The pass to Jokic. Good D by Embiid.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Chocolate 2 there.
They could not have asked for a better start to the second half. Perfect from the floor so far.
Young outside. Harden outside. Passes it to Jokic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, I love how
Joel
crafty
Embiid.
Jokic is. You know,
Two
he
shots.
basically fakes defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
The East All-Stars have gone 9 of 13 from the line. And the second free throw, good. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. Here's Clutch, defended by Young. And LeBron throws it down.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Harden the pass to Jokic. Here's Young. And
Defensive
foul
foul
on the
called
shot,
on.
so he'll get a chance at the line.
Orlando Fields. At the line for
Such
2.
a clever shooter. He makes
Substitution
sure
on
to
the
get
court.
himself a foul while putting up the shot.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Sabonis is checked in. Here's Clutch. And the West again from deep.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
And stolen by Tatum. From deep three-point range, Clutch can't hit.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Sabonis, the pass to Young. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time.
Sabonis with the
Young's got
assist.
8 points here in this quarter.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Here's Clutch. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Clutch has got 60.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Yeah, when Trey gets in a rhythm like
From
this,
James
he
Harden.
can bury you with shots. The defense needs to try something new.
Here's Clutch. And the West hit again from deep.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
And Embiid with the block. Pass to Clutch. There's the triple. And the West hit again from deep. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the West All-Stars.
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
And another thing, guys, they've dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Clock at 6. Morant bats for 2. And that one hits back iron. Here's Clutch. Non-stop scoring machine here. That bucket in no time at all.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Here's Clutch, defended by Young. Clutch can't hit. Now the East All-Stars with it. Young taking his time here. And there's the call on Joel Embiid.
Second personal
That'll be
foul.
his second foul of the
Fourth
game.
team foul.
Towns, he's checked in for the East.
Substitution on the
Kyrie
court.
Irving comes in for John Morant. Young finds a bonus. To the paint, here's Irving. Good, and it's a bonus with the assist that time. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Young with no one around. And another 3 from the East.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Here's Clutch. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Fast break, here they come. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, this
Assist
night
goes
is
to
all about the
Jason
entertainment
Tatum.
value in terms of that dunk. Definitely entertaining.
Yep, and he's hearing it from the crowd. I mean, it's going to be really hard to top that one.
And a wide open look for James. Again, the West All-Stars.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Pass to Durant. Back to Irving. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 9 points for Kyrie Irving.
Would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
Here's Clutch. And the West yet again from deep.
He's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
There's the pass to KD. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Nice handles, tight handles, fluid handles, right into his shooting motion. Durant able to do everything on the offensive end.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Young pass to Durant. Young outside. Passes it to Towns. Back to Young. Goes up the baseline. The East All-Stars take on 2 more.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And really deep three that time.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Knocks it loose. Inside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by
Western
Young.
All-Stars ball. Substitution on the
All-Stars
court.
with some changes. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Sabonis. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Trae Young. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Zion Williamson's checked in for Joel Embiid. Butler comes in for Jason Tatum. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for James. And it's Brandon Ingram in for Doncic. Durant kicks to Curry. The 11-footer. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. Here's Ingram. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Brandon Ingram for
Ingram's
2.
got 6.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
They get it back. Durant,
Defensive
and he makes the
foul.
bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance. On the court for the West All-Stars, we've got Clutch. LeBron James is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Tatum, and it's Doncic in at the point guard position.
Well, you better stop the ball, especially when it's LeBron James with it. That guy is pretty good.
And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the games. Now, a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initials, like KD, or AD, or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity.
Doncic against Morant. Throws it up high. And out of bounds. The East All-Stars
Eastern
will have it.
All-Stars
You know, I
ball.
think he may have forced that pass when there was
Substitution
really
on
no
the court.
reason to.
And the East with some changes. Towns, he's checked in for Jokic. Sabonis comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's ball in for Morant. On the wing, Irving. Steps back and fires. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. Again, the West All-Stars.
Doncic taking pride in setting the table for his teammates. I love his unselfishness.
Ball finds Irving. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Assisted by
And that's 11
LaMelo.
points for Kyrie Irving.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Clutch. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Adrian.
Doncic has got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Ball, the pass to Irving. Greg, you think of everything that goes into making it to the NBA as a player. Did it come easy for you, or was it all work?
It's easy really to overlook the grind, but when you love the game, all those hours in the lab don't feel quite like work. At least not until you start getting a little longer in the tooth.
He's looking for Sabonis and finds him. And that'll
Defensive
be 2
foul.
free throws coming up. Officials on the call
Jason
with the foul.
Tatum taking 2
He
shots.
goes on Jason Tatum.
I look at
Substitution on the
Sabonis
court.
as a terrific stretch 4. He's a guy who can play either power forward or center, and he has excellent length and a nice touch.
Mitchell, he's checked in for the East. Clutch.
That's a
Good.
three-pointer.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Clutch.
Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough D.
Pass to Mitchell. Puts up a 3. And Clutch pulls it down.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
The 3 from LeBron. And the West hit again from deep.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Doncic against Ball. 6 to shoot. And here's Mitchell from the arc. That shot missing. And it's the West taking it the other way. Doncic passes to Clutch. The three. The rebound by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Towns. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by the West.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Mitchell kicks the ball. And in this era of player movement, Greg, we're seeing guys often pick teams on fit or style of play. When they look at that, what are they looking into?
You want to have fun coming to work every day, Kevin. I mean, the money they're making, most guys are going to be set for life. But I think they recognize it's about the journey and who you have the opportunity to take that journey with.
Here's Irving and Embiid with the block. And he gets it back. On the wing, Doncic. He's covered by Ball. Doncic with the bucket.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Outside, Ball. The pass to Irving. To stop the drought. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
Clutch. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
What's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Timeout, East All-Stars.
Now a timeout called by the East. Look at Clutch. He's really been playing well.
Now he is on a major roll today. This timeout was desperately needed. They got to come up with a new game plan to...
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark...